Hello YouTube! This is ZachTech108 here, and I'm bringing you another redstone tutorial video. Okay, so in this video, I am going to be demonstrating, if you can't tell from what's behind me, how to make a soccer match in Minecraft 1.9. So this could be made in 1.8, but the way I have it set up, I was using the 1.9 command blocks that were recently added. So first I'm going to hurry and demonstrate exactly what I'm talking about, because I'm sure you're thinking like right now, like, Zach, Minecraft and soccer, but it's just cubes. I mean, seriously. So yeah, I'm going to prove you wrong. Here we go. So first off, if I can find my keys, I'm going to hurry and go join blue team. Why blue? I don't know, because I just feel in the blue mood. I don't know. So we're going to go join blue team by just pushing this button, and we got armor, and we got a score of 0 right now. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to score in that goal there by pushing, well, kicking the ball around in several different directions. So as you can see right now, I'm currently kicking it around in several different directions. And you're like, whoa, mind blown! And yeah, so I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. And then, yeah, all the other commands, you know, like joining a team and, you know, other stuff like that. So I'm sure you're all thinking, well, I should just kick the ball out of the field, right? Well, I got around that. I mean, whoops. Okay, maybe not entirely around it, but if I if I can get this into a certain situation, this game is still in the works a bit. The ball is supposed to reset into the middle of the field. Basically, now if I just kick it and I'm keeping a steady pace with it, right now I'm walking, now I'm running. So it keeps a pretty steady pace with me while I'm running and walking. The game resets. I'm put back in the middle with the ball so that we can just start all over again. Now, time for the fun stuff. Time to show the command blocks. After I hurry and leave the game. Okay, so here are all the command blocks that I used for the soccer match. So basically, well, those are all the ones, but these are just it summed up, so I can just hurry and describe what each command block is doing. So this command block right here, the orangish brownish one, is basically your default command block. It's just like, it operates just like the old ones in 1.8 and when they were first implemented. But the only thing is it has a new texture on it with this arrow, which I'll be explaining that later. And then the purple command block, this one was implemented in 1.9. Basically, according to its name, is a repeating command block. So it does as it says it does. Basically, with the repeating command block, is it will repeat a command. So if I just do message at player hi, my chat will get spammed a lot when I have always active. So it's just repeatedly spamming me hi. Of course, you should keep in mind that too many of these can cause extreme lag in your world. So what I always do to reduce it, so I can manage what is active and what's not active, is I just always have the option always active to needs redstone. So basically what that means is it needs to be activated with some redstone current in order to actually run. So once again, see, it was spamming me a lot. So it's actually really quick and very easy to use, and I really see no delay with the walking percentage. with kicking the ball around, because that's where I mainly use it, is it's detecting the ball. The next command is called a chain command block. So what the chain command block does, well, it activates commands in a chain. So basically, this is where that arrow comes in handy. So the way the chain command blocks are activated is they have to be past either the normal command blocks or one of the repeater command blocks. And basically, when this one has been activated, it creates a redstone current that travels along the chain of the commands. So if you have, I don't know, like 5 of these, well, 5 total command blocks, and 4 of them are the chain, then it will this command block will be the one you activate first, and it just emits a redstone current that travels down the rest, activating all the commands that are in those command blocks. Of course, if you want to get into a little bit more complex, you can have the command blocks go this way and all that. But I just stick with the chain. So I hope that sums up the basics of the command blocks. So basically, I'm gonna start out with how I was kicking the ball around. Okay, so the command that is inside the purple command blocks is essentially it's the execute command, and what it's doing is it's looking for the soccer ball out in the world, and once it finds the soccer ball, it is testing for if the player is in a radius of 2 of it, so 2 blocks away from it, and it's checking the Y rotation minimum and the Y rotation it's not really maximum, it's the one that I have preset. So in this case it's 158 to negative 158. So that's the range that it's looking for. And where I got that value from is when I press F3, this value right here, negative 96.0, is how I determined it. So as I look around, it is changing from negatives to positives and back to negatives again, or back to positives, depending which way I'm looking. And the easiest way that, if you're wanting to get your own different ranges, is essentially make a plus sign of some sort with the dead center. Go from that, and then just put a block. Well, I guess. Well, let me one more out, so it's a little bit more cozy. So after you do your little circle system here, basically what I did is I stood in the middle of the circle, and then I looked at the direction, and right now we're currently facing north at 180, and of course if we face south, it's close to 0. So as I go to the west, it goes positive, and then as I come back to the north and then go east, it is now negative, if you see how that is working. So that's how I determine the range. I will be putting the command blocks to detect the soccer ball, well, the command that's in the command blocks to detect the soccer ball, in the video description. So after it's detected that you're in this range, this command block will now be active, and then it will activate another command block that simply just teleports the soccer ball, which is an armor stand with the soccer ball head, to 2 blocks away from the player. And depending on the direction you're facing, it depends on which way the ball is teleported, whether it's teleported positive, negative, or well, that's pretty much it. So the different directions I have is north, east, south, west, northeast, northwest, southeast, and southwest. So those are all the directions I have, and when you get to the southwest and northeast or northwest ones, the values just become having negative and then positive of the same number there essentially, so it goes diagonally. Of course, when you first set this up, you'll want to mess around with it to make sure that you're getting the right values. You don't have to have -2 or +2. That's just what I have. You can have a distance that kicks it farther away, or set up a system that you're able to adjust your kick power essentially. So that's how the soccer is being kicked around. And when the soccer ball is supposed to go out of bounds and get teleported in the middle, of course during my little demo wasn't doing so well at that. It's basically the similar command to those other ones, except instead of testing for, it is executing on the soccer ball and detecting what block the soccer ball is on top of. And in this scenario, it's looking for if the soccer ball is on top of court's block. And once it detects that it's there, it teleports it back to the center of the arena. So that's very simple. The goals are similar to that, except instead of quartz, they're testing for wool of a certain color. In this case, it's 14, which is red. And once it detects that it's red, it's going to run the testfor command to just confirm that it is an armor stand there. And once that has been activated, it activates this series of commands, which gives a score to blue, because blue is trying to score in red's goal, and then does a title that to everyone in a radius of 200 that blue has just scored a goal, and then teleports the soccer ball back to the middle, and then teleports the team blue and then team red just outside the middle, so that they're able to quickly start the next round, so the teams could score real easily. So this is just a great example. Once again, if you just have the chain command here, it will not work. You need to have either the purple repeater command or the normal command block in order to activate these. Otherwise, it will not work. So now going back to joining the teams. So to join, say, blue team, I over by the join button that was out there that I pushed, what it's doing is it places a command block here, which this one just removes. Well, it places a redstone block, not a command block, sorry, that this one simply removes and activates this series of command blocks. Okay, so the first series of command blocks that I have is I put the user in game mode 2. So I do not use game mode 2 on my server for anything else, and I just don't want to worry about players accidentally losing their inventories, because I didn't want to completely clear their inventories. So on my server, game mode 2 is essentially a clear inventory, and I have a delay shortly after, so that if they're not in game mode 2 right away, the next command block doesn't activate as soon, which is them joining the team, and they have to be in this block, well, near this block, I should say, in order to join that team. So after it gives the player blue armor, and I'll put this command into the video description as well, but it gives blue armor in the feet slot, so it just gives them boots, and then the next one is legging, and then the last one I have is a chest plate. Of course, if you want to put a helmet on, you can, but who wears helmets for soccer? And then the last command block is it's setting the score for the player. So basically, with that that command, what it's doing is first off, if you're the first person joining, the scoreboard will display over on the side of the screen here, and it will just set it to 0. And that way, when you score a point over there, it will give you a point. Because if I just go out there without being on a team, I won't get any points, but everything else will still reset, except for it won't teleport me to the center. Okay, so we're back in the center here, and I'm not on a team at all, but I'm still able to kick the ball around. So yeah, that's still fun, because if players just want to come kick the ball around just for fun, they're able to. But if I come over here and score, it'll still say goal, but there was no points. I mean, there was no scoreboard here or anything like that. But if I go join blue team again, and then repeat that exact same scenario, I will be able to. And then look, see, this is what I was talking about. If you're not in game mode 2 in time. So this game, I still am working on this game a bit, so there are a few bugs here and there. But once again, the scoreboard is now displaying and shows that my score is 0. But when I come and kick it over into red's goal, I will get 1 point and it resets. And what else is cool with this is I could kick it into blue's goal, and I don't get a point. If someone on red team was here, they would have gotten a point. So that's just demonstrating the functions there. And I mean, as you can see, it's pretty easy to control and maneuver. I mean, I can walk back and forth, and it responds pretty quickly thanks to those repeater commands. And I wish someone else was on my server right now to play against, but this is, I mean, this is pretty much it. I mean, I do plan on adding a few more things like a timer, and I'm thinking about changing the score system from being in the scoreboard block to actually like putting a scoreboard display up in the arena here that I've built. Well, stadium that I've built, not arena. So those are just a few things that I'm thinking of already improving the game. If you're wanting to improve the game in your own way, you're more than welcome to. These are just some of the things that I'm wanting to do. If you do end up using some of the commands that I showed in this video in your own soccer game, please give me some of the credit with that. I put quite a bit of work into not only building just this stadium, but also in creating this game, and I would just like the credit. If you're wanting to join my Minecraft server, I'll put the IP address in the server descriptions, and we'd love to have you on. If you want to come play soccer, yeah, come join Cyberplex. So this is ZachTech108, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be seeing you all next time. Bye.